just one more round of applause for you. Thank you to all the families and friends that have made it here to Old Town Academy's 8th grade graduation. My name is Gabriel Solis, and I'm one of the 8th grade teachers here at OTA. On behalf of my colleagues and friends behind me, we'd like to welcome you and hope you enjoy this special night as we celebrate another milestone. They've worked hard all year, and in just a few moments, these 8th grade students will be high school freshmen. Can you believe it? I'd like to first welcome up to the podium our devoted principal, who would like to get us started by sharing a few thoughts to our graduating class. Please welcome Principal John Centofranchi.
Good evening. My name is John Centofranchi, and I'm the principal of Old Town Academy. I'm very proud of the achievements of the students in this 8th grade graduating class of 2017. To all of you soon-to-be high school freshmen, I admire and appreciate all of the hard work you have put forth at OTA. I guarantee that you are well prepared to be successful in high school and will achieve great things as you continue this next chapter of your life. Although you are leaving the comfort of a small school where everyone knows your name, you have the skills and competencies to blaze a new trail as you truly discover what you are capable of and accomplish more than you ever expected. I also guarantee that it won't be easy. You'll have to work hard, maintain your focus, and learn from your failures. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Please continue to take risks, stand up for what's right, and have the courage to follow your own path. Take action and be the compassionate hero of your own life. Good luck, and keep the flame of Osprey pride lit inside you for many years. I'd like to introduce alumni of OTA, Bo Sick.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bo Sick, and lucky for you, I am not a man of many words. This will be short but sweet. I'm happy to say that I just completed my freshman year at Point Loma High School. I'm here today because I want all of you to understand how OTA helped prepare me for that year and to give thanks to what a great school this is. I started OTA as a 4th grader, the very first year it opened. My then baseball coach, Mr. Salentino, and his wife Bridget told my mom of their crazy idea of opening a new school. The concept of OTA was so different from my public school. There were smaller class sizes, a focus on STEM, a seminar class, an academy experience, educational field trips, and an emphasis on core knowledge. In my 5 years here, I learned so much stuff at OTA, from robotics to music, science, advanced math, athletics, and more. I didn't realize at the time how well I was being prepared for my future studies. I'm proud to say that out of 600 freshmen, myself and 4 other OTA alumni made the principal's honor roll all year with receiving a GPA of 3.83 and higher, which we received awards for. I seriously thought that all schools are meant to prepare you, but not all schools are created equal. OTA is special, and I want to say thank you for an awesome foundation. I'd like to personally thank the Salentinos for their tireless dedication and loving support for this school. Without them, it simply never would have happened. I want to thank Mrs. C for his leadership in helping making OTA bigger, better, and stronger. I also want to say thank you to all the teachers who inspired me to learn. Finally, a special shout out to Mr. Solis. You've been more than a teacher, you've been my friend. Last but not least, I want to say a little something to all you grads, including my brother Noah, who I'm very proud of. Dream big and be true to yourself. There's a whole world outside of OTA. You've received a great education. Now it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. Just remember this. You've got what it takes, but it'll take everything you've got. Thank you. I'd now like to welcome up our next speaker, Corinna DeLoss.
I want to start off by saying good job and congratulations, Old Town Academy class of 2017. From the beginning, it's been an amazing experience and journey, and little did I know, walking into the opening day at OTA 6 years ago, I would find myself surrounded by such amazing people today. When I look out at all your faces, I not only see our mini selves, but I see how much we've grown, achieved, and ready ourselves for what the future holds. As many of our parents and teachers have told us, we are not your ordinary class. We all have special connections and trust at each other that you normally won't find anywhere else. And I am so fortunate to be a part and share it with all of you. This is partially due to our small class size, but also due from all of our uniqueness, creativity, and self-belief that is encouraged and promoted here. For example, I can say no one here feels pressured to be someone they're not or feels the need to impress others. And this is one of my favorite things and something I'll miss most about Old Town Academy. Looking back, I don't see any problems or difficulties we've gone through. I only see the amazing memories and stories that I will cherish for many years. Now for a quick trip down memory lane. On September 14th, 2011, 15 of us here became a part of Mrs. Diana's spectacular 3rd grade. We celebrated Mrs. Diana's wedding by having a mock wedding in class. We made many, many stars and created some of the best dances ever. Next came our big move to 4th grade downstairs, where we became a part of medieval times and created our own castles. The next year, we spent a night on the Star of India, where we ate rat stew and drank scurvy juice. Some of us even went tubing with Miss Lair. Then came middle school, our most memorable 3 years yet. 6th grade went from BLT stealing foxes in Catalina Island to Yosemite Pepper camping trip in Cuyamaca, where we went sliding down boulders into freezing cold pond to not realizing we were running through poison oak when exploring. Then in 7th grade, we went to Joshua Tree and scrambled our way up rocky hills, somehow maneuvered ourselves through the tight spaces in the cave, and the king of pho was declared. Now, here comes my favorite year of all, this year. There have been too many memories in 8th grade to mention, so I'm just going to jump right to Yosemite. Overall, Yosemite was a blast, starting with wiffle ball, banning Mr. Sully's from Egyptian rat slap, riding our log after the buoy, along with our many chicken fights in the lake, and of course, campfire story time. That brings us to how we are here today. I want to thank all of our teachers for providing us with the tools to learn, the time you spent teaching us, and the creativity you have to keep us interested, and the patience to put up with us every day. I also want to thank Mr. C for giving us a middle school experience and being an amazing principal. Finally, I would like to thank Chris and Bridget Salentino for having the dream to start this school. As Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happens. We should all look forward to the next 4 years as an opportunity to meet new people, discover hidden talents, and start a new adventure. I am confident in saying that everybody in this class will have great success, and even though many of us are moving in different directions, we will always look back at this time and remember it as a point where we defined who we are. The future will hold many unknowns and bring many new challenges into our lives. But I stand here today feeling confident in knowing from our experience in education at OTA that we can tackle with pride any difficulties that may come our way. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you.
Awesome job, Corinna. I'd like to welcome to the stage now for another student speech. Please welcome Elio Salentino.
Thank you, Mr. Solis and Mr. C. Thank you, Tubo, and thanks to Corinna. Great job. I'm humbled to be asked to speak at our graduation, especially because I'm often at a loss for words. But since Mr. Solis told me to limit my remarks to just 30 minutes, let's get to it. 8 years ago, I heard my parents and Miss Diana discussing starting a school to bring back the wonder in kids' lives while helping kids become more responsible and accountable. What could that mean, I wondered. Yep, guess I got the message. When OTA opened in 2011, I was more nervous than any of you. I knew Miss Diana was the best, but it seemed that the burden for the school to be successful was mine as much as my parents and Miss Diana's. So for those who thought I was over the top at always pushing all of you to get the most out of your OTA experience, today I apologize. Not. We opened a week late with a lot of grumbling in a dirt field. My parents promised turf by Halloween, and our family spent the night before, way after midnight, helping with the installation. There was turf on Halloween, as promised. To those of you who were there in 3rd grade and worked hard each day so we could have Captain Lemonade puppet shows on Friday, to be honest, was school ever as much fun? How about our OTA football team? We were city co-champs, by the way, back when we were in 6th grade. And our basketball teams, our talent show, our Cuyamaca trip, school spirit days, our team building Yosemite trip, and of course, our first ever 3rd grade spectacular. Did you know that Christian Domo and I actually gave the toast at Miss Diana's wedding? I wanted all of you to do your best and be your best because I knew what it cost Miss Diana and many others in time, effort, and devotion to make OTA special. Did you know that my parents, siblings, and I painted the school ourselves each summer to give it a fresh look when we all came back to school? To me, it was making lasting friendships with all of you that made OTA worth it. We didn't always agree, but we debated and we challenged and we pondered the relative popularity of important world issues. Del Taco versus Taco Bell. And which way Noah's hair would flow in the morning. Whether Corinna or Brandon would ask Mr. Solis for more math just to make the rest of us mad. How often Michaela would say the word cool. And how many seconds Wyatt could last without being sent outside for talking. Or Braden for laughing. Or Dom for, well, being Dom. We are on our way to high school, and it is time for all of us to reach higher, run faster, smile more, sleep less, and become all that we can become. To the teachers and supporters of OTA, we know you did your jobs as our math, science, and ELA education is the best in the city. I, for one, pledge not to let you down, to maintain the momentum you created, and I challenge my classmates to do the same, because education is not a thing or an end in itself. To me, it is a means of constant self-improvement in our own interactions with the world. And for education to lead us to success, it is not about how smart you are. And frankly, it doesn't matter how good your friends' grades are. All that matters is that you are giving it your all the time, and knowing that you are proud of your work, every single assignment. If you live by this motto, like I tried to, I believe success is the only possible outcome. On a personal note, Mr. Watts, Miss Church, Mr. Solis, Miss Schloss, Mr. C, and Miss Diana, thank you for giving me the self-confidence to be me. For that, I will be forever grateful. And Mom and Dad, thanks for deferring Dad's retirement and ruining the last 8 years of your life to give to us, all of us at OTA, a chance to keep the wonder in our hearts, in our minds, and in our lives. For that, none of us could be more thankful. Thank you.
Can we give those student speeches one more round of applause? And now it's time for our awards. We will be handing out 5 awards today. One for each of the 4 core subjects, and the other is a very special award given to the 8th grade student that embodies the core qualities at OTA. I teach math to our 8th graders, and I'll be giving out the first award. Our first award, the Excellence in Math Award, goes to the student that exudes excellence in math class. The word excellence can be defined as a talent or quality which is unusually good and so surpasses ordinary standards. This student has shown the ability to soar past any ordinary standards and has excelled in my math class since day one. Another word to describe this student is consistency. Whether it's homework, exams, or volunteering in class discussion, this student has proven to be a model of consistency and one that I believe will excel in all that they put their mind to in high school. I had the privilege of tutoring this student towards the end of the year, and it allowed me to see just how devoted and bright she truly is. What I saw that really stood out to me was her authentic love for learning. As the coursework increased in rigor, so did her interest and excitement towards what we were learning. She has a future in the field of mathematics, and I'm honored to present our first award, the Excellence in Math Award, to Ms. Corinna DeLotte. Up next, we present our Excellence in ELA Award. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. Turner Waltz.
Thank you, Mr. Solis. Each year, the English Language Arts Award goes to the 8th grade student who has consistently demonstrated excellence in the areas of reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing. Although the award is presented upon promotion from 8th grade, this student has been a pillar of focus, dedication, and growth in these cross-curricular areas of study for their entire time here at OTA. This year's winner joined the OT family at the beginning of 7th grade. He has given his best from day one, but this year he has stood out as a quiet leader who consistently follows the writing process, contributes meaningful and insightful questions and analysis during group and class discussion, and shows a strong aptitude for English language. His passion, energy will be missed in the classroom. We are proud to announce that Austin Tran is the 2007 Language Arts winner. Congratulations to Austin, and thank you for representing OTA so well. Up next, to present our Excellence in History Award, please welcome to the podium Ms. Jennifer Church.
All right, well, first, I just want to say thank you to this class. They mean a lot to me. They were my first 6th grade class, so even though we had some challenges, it was definitely an exciting time, and I will never forget you guys. You've grown so much, and it's just a privilege to see you make it this far. Okay, but now on to the award. So this year I've seen many creative, responsible, knowledgeable young historians. I want to give a shout out to Daddy for all your creative songs and music videos. You guys definitely topped the charts this year. But for the award, this student has proven she deserves this award since I started teaching her in 6th grade. Every year she puts her effort into all of her assignments. Her essays and projects use historical evidence, and I can always count on her participation. Whenever we stumble upon a tough question or assignment, I know the student will be willing to share what she knows with the class. Sometimes I'm amazed at how much she knows before we even actually dive into the topic. She seems to know a lot about history and current events. And so this 2017 Excellence in History Award goes to Michaela Barber. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Schloss. I'm the STEM teacher, and I will be presenting the Excellence in STEM Award for this year. If you've ever come into my room, you know on my wall it says experiment, fail, learn, repeat. And I think Mr. C walked in the day I was hanging up fail, so that was a little touchy. But this student, I believe, embodies what it means to be a scientist. And for that, it doesn't necessarily mean proving that you're right all the time, but learning from your mistakes and picking up and moving on. So this student remains respectful and quiet, but is more than willing to share their opinion and their insight. This student can always be found working hard in groups and studying before physics quizzes. She's always willing to help others to understand concepts and tries her hardest to understand difficult topics. She's diligent in her lab reports, and I can't wait to see where her life takes her. So the 2017 Excellence in STEM Award goes to Ms. Reagan Less. Up next to present our Osprey Award winner and also to share a special message with you all here in attendance. So please welcome up to the stage Principal John Semperfanchi and Mrs. Diana Pham.
Okay, we're going to do two things at once here. As previously mentioned, you are well prepared to be successful in high school. And at this time, I want to introduce a scholarship, but also set up an introduction of our outstanding Osprey presentation. Which high school is up to you, as you are well equipped for success in public high schools, charter high schools, and private schools. For those students who are considering a private school, we would like to announce the establishment of an endowment of $250 a year for 4 years to help defray the cost of test prep, test taking, and application fees to a private high school of your choice. To speak more of this special scholarship and our outstanding Osprey Award winner is Ms. Diana Pham.
Hello. Okay, this special scholarship and Osprey Award that Mr. C just announced exemplifies an exceptional qualities an individual should embody to be worthy to be a recipient of its merits. I would like to introduce to you a very special individual. This person has no idea. A remarkable person and an extraordinary student and graduate of OTA, Elio Salentino. To talk about Elio and the characteristics he embodies. Elio Salentino embodies the characteristics of a well-rounded 8th grader who excels in and out of school and has a passion for helping others. Elio is an extraordinary academic student and an incomparable leader among the school and community. It is easy to recognize Elio's transcendent diligence in completing high-quality work in both written and hands-on skills, as well as his verbal communication skills. While Elio works on achieving excellence, his eyes and heart is open to encouraging his classmates and building up a team community. Elio emanates the OTA virtuous character traits, which highlight his leadership abilities in addition to his strong academics. When Elio was in the spectacular 3rd grade, I called Elio the Wise. Not only because there's an old soul inside of his young body, but because Elio always took the time to listen to others and take his time to observe before acting or making decisions. He always tried not to be noticed and acted in the background. It was this awareness and humility that made him excel as a leader. In my vision for him, I shared, being wise not only requires being intelligent, but requires one to stretch out their hearts to think of the good for the whole and choose what is right, which is not easy at times, especially for a 3rd grader, and especially not for an 8th grader. Elio does not always follow a paved trail, but walks where there is no trails and leaves his own. There, in his honor, that we named the scholarship for future OTA graduates to pursue placement in a high school in which they can follow their dreams and help prepare them for college and beyond. Thank you to the founders of OTA, the Salentino family, for your generous graduation gift for your son Elio to fund this 4-year scholarship foundation that will benefit future students. Congratulations, Elio Salentino, for your excellent achievements, and we wish you continue to inspire multitudes in your journey ahead and that many will follow in your footsteps.
Thank you, Ms. Fan. I came to OTA last December, and I still remember the first day I had with this special group of 8th graders. I remember Mr. C was in the classroom, and to my surprise, these 8th graders, at the sight of the principal of the school, continued talking. And talking. And talking. This class, I quickly realized, sure liked to talk. They finally settled down, and though it pained them to stop talking, I was able to finally introduce myself. A few minutes later, Phil Calandra reflected a light directly in my eyes. Whether or not this was intentional is still up for debate. In the coming weeks, I encountered many trials with this group. It was difficult for them to focus on the task at hand, and they always seemed like they had to use the bathroom with all the swarming and pent-up energy that they had. I think I changed their seats about 17 times, but since they all got along so well, this did little to stop the talk. However, they adjusted, and I learned what was so special about this group. They got along so well with one another, and they welcomed one another with open arms. Fortunately, after consistently reprimanding them, they began to strike the balance of work and play, and I started to see them unlock their precious gifts. 8th grade, I've enjoyed every moment I've shared with all of you. Yes, even the challenging ones. It's allowed me to grow as a person and as a teacher. I've seen you all grow so much over the year and a half that I've had you as my students, and know that my door is always open for advice and guidance going forward. I want to share something about myself, some challenges I had growing up that I hope and pray you each can relate to your lives and learn from going forward. Growing up, one of my deepest desires was to be the cool kid in class and be well liked by everyone. I wanted to be liked by my peers so bad, but there was a major problem. I wasn't very cool. In middle school, I was a kid that absolutely loved to learn. And truthfully, that was not cool in my middle school. In high school, I was a kid that absolutely loved to learn. And I was also the kid that bobbed up and down the hallways with a backpack bigger than me, running to my next class. I was a kid that loved to listen to slow R&B jams and dance spontaneously when music played. I was the class clown who annoyed everyone and didn't know when to stop. These were not cool traits, and I would get teased. By the middle of high school, I felt unwanted and unloved. As I got older, I started to buy into the cool kid mentality. I lost my love of learning by the end of high school. I began to skip school, and by the time I got to college, I realized how far I had gone to fit the mold of being someone I was not. I had lost my focus on where my gifts were leading me. Academically, I struggled mightily in college, and everything around me began falling apart. I now realize just how much I let others' labels define me as an uncool person, and on the inside, I struggled with being okay and happy with who I truly am. So who is this Gabriel Solis, or God, as you guys refer to me now? While admittedly, I still struggle with this very question, I'm coming to terms with who I am day by day as the challenges mount in my life. I love to work with kids. Society tells me that that's not cool and I should pursue other careers because I don't make much money and males don't devote careers to molding kids. I love to be with my wife and newborn son. Society tells me that I'm missing out on my youth. and I should be out in the world and free. I enjoy giving advice and helping others. Society tells me to focus on myself and only help when it's convenient and benefits me. As I mentioned before, I like to sing and dance. Society tells me to be serious all the time and to never ever show weakness or vulnerability. My love of learning is also slowly coming back. I'm owning who I am now more than ever. In 8th grade, I want to encourage you to do the same. We let labels and our desire to fit in define who we are, but as a result, we lose a sense of ourselves, as I did in high school. We lose touch with what makes us different and unique. We lose touch of our gifts. I urge you, 8th grade, hold true to your passions and gifts. They make you, you. Special, unique, and different. Ava, Lane, Brooklyn, Billy, and Brandon, your passion for the arts is awesome. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Elio, Corinna, Bella, Sydney, Mason, Reagan, Austin, Michaela, Ethan, Sierra, Noah, and Dylan, your love for learning, your diligence, and your desire to do good is admirable. Carry that with you throughout. Kaylee, Christian, Phil, Domo, Brian, Emma, Wyatt, Braden, Alex, and Dominic. Your humor and engaging personalities are what make you you. Don't ever lose touch of that. Parents, families, staff, and friends, we have all been gifted more than we really even know. Let's all strive to accept these gifts and let them guide us to our true destiny. Some of you may feel as though you have already accepted your gifts and are content with who you are. I urge you to see past that. There are many more gifts within each of us still waiting to be unlocked. Gifts that we buried many, many years ago. 8th grade and everyone here in attendance, I'd like to end with one of my favorite quotes. The quote reads, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." I believe only a few of us truly find life because we are afraid of where the narrow gate will lead us. Instead of allowing our gifts to guide us, we allow the fear associated with these uncool or unpopular gifts to guide our lives. The narrow gate is difficult because it's scary, but gold is refined only with fire. 8th grade, don't let fear guide your lives. Grab your gifts by the horns and never let go. This, admittedly, is a very difficult route, but it is the only route that will lead you to who you were meant to become all along. Thank you. And now begins our diploma ceremony. I will call each student up individually. Students, remember to please pause in the middle as we practice so that families can take pictures. First, Christian Offensive. Michaela Barber. Isabella Bauer. Billy Bewley. Cindy Bogle. Ava Bukowski. Reese. Ethan Callan. Elio Salentino. Mason Coleman. Corinna DeLost. Emma Rose Denton. Sierra Driggers. Dylan Frischkees. Dominic Gabrielli. Wyatt Hawkins. Brooklyn Holmes. Brandon Joseph. Reagan Lusk. Lane O'Donnell. Edgar Orlando. Braden Chappelle. Noah Sick. Kaylee Smith. Austin Tran. And last but certainly not least, Dominic Truss. One more big round of applause for our graduates. Awesome. Before we close, we would like to thank two very special individuals for their consistent contributions to the 8th grade class throughout the course of the year and in years past. First, the 8th grade class would like to thank Julie Gabrielli. For being the best class mom a class could ask for. Her unwavering support of all students and myself throughout the year is greatly appreciated. Your hard work and dedication to the school and the 8th grade class is something that needs to be acknowledged publicly. From organizing parties to being in constant communication with all families, you did it all. So thank you, Julie. Join me in giving her a round of applause. Secondly, and certainly not least, a special thank you to Bridget Salentino. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed, and you worked these long hours to make this graduation special for LAO and each student behind me that I'm sure you consider your own. The attention to detail, the drive, and the hours you put in are appreciated, and thank you. Our hope for you is that you take a long break and unplug for a while to recharge those batteries. Again, we love you and thank you. Join me in giving Bridget a round of applause. We've come to the end of our graduation. This marks another stake in the ground, one that each of you, 8th graders, will look back and smile at the days of innocence and pure joy. I'd like to officially introduce the 2017 OTA 8th grade graduates. Students, please bring your tassels from right to left. Let's give these now 9th graders one final round of applause. Keep it coming. From all of us here at OTA, we hope you all have a great evening, and thank you for attending our 8th grade graduation. God bless you all.